Hey guys, this is Julie from Crafty Beach on YouTube, and I have an adorable ghost Halloween Dollar Tree DIY for you. So I'm using two of the wood slice ornaments from Dollar Tree. You get those in a multi-pack. And I'm using some of their thinner dowels, just kind of cutting those down to size with my miter scissors. I want to do two different sizes, like an adult and a child ghost. And I've seen these around for sale, and I thought, I could make that with items from the Dollar Tree, and they were actually really easy. For the fabric, I just picked up some white cotton fabric that I found at Dollar Tree. And I just cut my slice in half to kind of see exactly how much fabric I'm going to need to make one of these little DIY ghosts. For the head of the ghost, I'm using like the medium-sized styrofoam balls from the Dollar Tree. I just attached the cloth to it with a little dot of hot glue and then just put the foam ball onto the dowel that's sticking up so it looks like a little ghost. Now for the other half of the fabric, I'm going to just cut it down a little bit. This ghost is going to be a little bit shorter. A dot of hot glue on that, place it right in the middle of the cloth, and put that one on the dowel as well. Now, the really cute thing about these ghosts is that they have like a cheesecloth material over the white cloth, which I think is what makes them so cute. So I'm using some of the Dollar Tree creepy cloth in the ivory. And I'm going to see how much I need just by kind of draping this over my first ghost to see exactly what I need. That looks pretty good, so I'm going to go ahead and cut that off. I can always trim it up more later. And then I also want the eyes to kind of shine through the creepy cloth. So I just use a black Sharpie and I just draw two ovals on for little ghost eyes. Super easy to do. And I find a Sharpie gives me a little bit more control than a paint pen sometimes when, especially when you're writing on fabric like this. So if this is the child size ghost. I'm going to make his eyes slightly different just to make him a little bit bigger maybe, kind of childlike. Two ovals again. And then I'm going to cut a piece of that creepy cloth for this ghost as well. I tried to cut it a little bit bigger than I think I need. I want a lot of it to be like very drapey. And then to form like the ghost shape, you want to kind of give it a head. So you're going to want to kind of gather everything underneath the styrofoam ball. I also wanted to add some little tags to them. This is a free printable. I will try to include in the comments below this video. I just printed mine out on cardstock. One says boo, one says haunted. I just aged them with a little bit of beige acrylic paint sponged on there to give it that old paper texture. And then I have the outline on there so you can cut out like a perfect size tag. And then all you gotta do is punch some holes in here for twine. And then I thought when we gather the fabric around the bottom of the styrofoam, I could also use that twine to tie the cute little tags on. They give them a lot of personality. You can kind of make them say whatever you want. And so I just gather it, tie the twine around, tie it in the back, bring it back into the front, make sure it's good and tied off. And now I can go ahead and add a tag. I'm going to do the boo tag on this one and the haunted tag on the smaller ghost. I did tie it into a little bit of a bow, trimming off any excess creepy cloth that might be a little bit too long, but you do want it to kind of, go on over. And I did not have to drill any holes in those ornaments. I just used the original hole that was in them for the dowel. It fit perfectly, so that made this project even easier. So I'm going to do the same thing over here. I just tie off our little ghost head, attaching the tag as well, and then tying a cute little bow in it, cutting off any excess little creepy cloth. I love working with the creepy cloth from Dollar Tree. I think it makes everything look really creepy. So I did notice that they were spinning around a little bit, so I am going to hot glue my dowel into the little wood ornament so they don't spin around, and they look so cute. I'm so glad that I decided to do them different heights. I guess you could do a whole family of ghosts to represent all the members of your family. You could even make them all different sizes. Didn't they turn out so cute?